So here we are talking about the lovers. And talking about this card, I think it's the hardest thing to do because love is the hardest feeling on earth. It's the most powerful, but also the hardest. And it's the most complicated one and complex and has so many layers, so many meanings, and it's so many things. So talking about it, it's kind of limiting it. And you can't limit love. Love is like, completely expansion. But I'll try because I'm here to talk about lovers and I'm here to share about this beautiful energy that, I think drives the whole planet. I have some notes, so I'm gonna look on my notes because my memory, again, it's not the best. But let's start saying that these cards means in a reading, I don't know which side, maybe this one. This card means in a reading that we are in front of an harmonious relationship, a sacred union, or a deeply satisfying connection. Like there is intimacy, attraction, romance. Of course, it's not just about romance, it's all kind of love, but romance too. And it also means duality. It's two people that complete and support each other, or it's the harmony of two energies that are opposite and complementary, like the masculine and feminine, like dark and night, light and shadow, cold and hot, and stuff like that. This card, one of the meaning of this card is a life-changing decision. Life-changing because it's the kind of decision that changes your life. It's like if you want to marry someone, if you want to have baby with someone, if you want to move in another city to live with someone, or the opposite, if you have to move in a new city and leave behind the person you love. All these big choices, these are life-changing choices, very important choices. And so the lovers means also that. What else? Oh, there is this quote from the book, from a book I read a few months ago called Women Who Run with the Wolves, and says, "To love pleasure takes little. To love truly takes a hero who can manage his own fear." And love requires courage, of course, because it's easy to think about love and thinking about the joy and the pleasure of love, the excitement. But love is not just that. Like if you want to focus more on the pleasure of the connection, probably there is the Two of Cups, that it's closer to that. But this is not just a romance. This is a deeper meaning of love. And it's when you learn from love. Love is a platform, like a learning platform. It's that's why I'm saying it. I said earlier that it's expansion, because love allows you to grow, allows you to move forward in your healing journey. It also hurts you, right? But in that way, sometimes from that hurt, we are able to heal. We are able to see our boundaries, to see our vulnerability, to see our edges, because that's what is love for, to show us a part of ourselves that some part of ourselves that terrify us, that are also awful, but also to show us parts of ourselves that are beautiful, that are just magical and just right. And so sometimes when we are in this unfamiliar territory of our own, being, when love asks us to step into these unfamiliar parts of us, we start saying to ourselves, oh, what is that? Where is this leading? But how can you know where love, where a connection is leading? There is no possibility that you can predict the outcome of a connection and where a connection is leading you. And in doing that, when we try to, force an outcome, we lose the spontaneity of a connection. And I would say if a connection is different, if a connection is unique, is genuine, is exciting, is wondrous, let's follow it. Let's just follow it. Because yes, maybe we don't know where we are going, but for sure we will be changed from this, by this connection. We will be changed, and again, we will be completely transformed, and we will again see those parts of ourselves and be able to see our patterns, where we are where we need the most healing. So I think when we meet someone, the right question should be not, is this the right person for me? Should be, is this the right person for me to understand and learn what I need to learn? Let's see what else I have here. Yeah, that's it. The question, the thing is that if we focus on the destination, like look at these two, they're going somewhere, but this is their journey, right? This is their journey. And if we don't focus on the journey, but just on the destination, on the outcome, we miss a lot. We miss a lot of this journey that love and connections are allowing us to take. What else we have here? Let's see what I put on my notes. Yes, and that the lovers also means the relationship we have with ourselves. And we don't need to be perfect. We don't need to be healed to find love. Like certain people say, oh, you need to be healed to find love. No, because love helps us to live, to heal. But we need to be at peace within ourselves to have the same relationship with someone. If we are at war with ourselves, we will be at war with the person we are connected, for sure. So yes, you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be healed, it's impossible, but you do need to be at peace with ourselves and looking at yourself and seeing with acceptance, yeah, I'm right, I'm all right, everything is okay. You have to accept yourself to accept the other person, yes, but being completely healed, I don't see that being necessary. And see how these two people are naked here, right? Love requires us to be vulnerable. Without vulnerability, without that openness, you can't love. There is no way that you can enter into a connection and give yourself fully. So one of the things that love asks us is the courage to be vulnerable, the courage to be naked in front of the other person, and also the courage to be rejected, to show who you are and be rejected, because not everyone, is ready to accept all of us. What else? Oh, the ending. Sometimes connection ends, right? Like sometimes this can be when the lovers is in reverse, or the lovers is in the I wouldn't say shadow, but the Lovers is, for example, with the card that is about an ending, like Eight of Cups, for example, right? This can be a love that is ending. And yes, love ends and it's painful, but you are forever changed. You are forever transformed. And what a gift, so even if love ends, even if you, at the end, is not the end you wanted, it's not what you were expecting, even this person goes to the stars, you still are changed forever, and that's a gift. That's a gift, because you needed it. And even a connection that ends, we don't learn the lesson, we will go in another cycle with someone else that is sometimes worse than the other one, until we learn the lesson. And then when we learn the lesson, we are ready to, we are upgraded to a new level of connection with the right person for that new level of connection. Okay. Then the shadow, let's talk a little bit of the shadow. When the Lovers is in reverse, or sometimes reverse doesn't mean, if the reverse is with other beautiful cards, I wouldn't say that just in reverse. When in the Lovers is in the shadow, there is it's difficult for someone to commit. There is a difficulty in commitment. Or to understand how deep can, go the love you're feeling or the connection. So you stay on surface. So your love becomes something more shallow, you focus more on sexuality, on the physical aspect of the connection, instead of diving deep into something that can be life-changing and healing. You can see this, for example, in avoidance attachment style, where the person, when it's the moment to go deeper into the relationship, they just avoid and they shut down, because for them that's too much. So they are not ready to be naked, they're not ready to be vulnerable, and so they keep doing that, because it's kind of like, it's a cycle until they heal, because I think avoid attachment style can be healed. So they don't want to feel vulnerable, they disconnect from the love and from the person they love, or from the connection, because it's easier. It's easier. Also, codependency is another aspect of the Lovers in the shadow. And then when you see the Lovers reversed or in the shadow, can be also a disconnection or a misalignment in the connection, in the relationship, but also sometimes within yourself. Especially if you have this card with other self, with other cards, you can feel it, with other cards that are more introspective, like the Hermit, for example. Let's see what else we have here. I think it's done, it's here. Yeah, okay, no, another thing. One of the fear that it's the Lovers in the shadow, as I told you, you have to be vulnerable. So it's the fear to be seen. You don't want to be seen from the other person. So instead of entering the relationship and say, oh, this is me, this is who I am, just take me as I am, you are hiding yourself. You don't want to be seen because you are afraid to be rejected. You are afraid to not be liked the way you are. And yes, that's it. So that, again, love requires courage. Love requires dedication. Love requires a certain kind of understanding, a certain kind of readiness to be changed. Readiness to be changed, because the Lovers is also that. It's a card of change, but a big change, like really huge change, something that changed your life forever, like having kids, getting married, changing city, you know, these are all amazing, you know, transformation. And also within you, because the change is not just like outside. The biggest change is within you. When you love a person, a child, when you are in love, you are changed within, because you are doing things, or you are seeing things about yourself that you didn't know they were there, and you didn't know. And again, these things can be amazing, can be incredibly, can be like magical, or can be awful, and you have to work on that, right? So that's it. There is so much more to say about the lovers, you know, there is so much more. And each card, if you see this card, is the lovers is more like passion, and like physical passion, but you can see that there is like you know, they're looking each other in the eyes, and there is like very strong connection. So it's very physical. This card, it's very physical, but also you know, there is like the looking in the eyes and the skin and skin connection. It's a beautiful card, a very beautiful card. And this card, I think it's more about the journey that you do when you are in love, you know. And also the geese, I think these are geese. I don't know if they are geese, but the geese, they mate forever. They mate for life. They have one mate for life, and they find another mate only when their companion, their husband or wife dies. And so I think this is an amazing, and then there is all the colors here, or this kind of like radiating colors, and this is an amazing way to say, enjoy this journey, because maybe this journey is forever, and maybe not. But again, we don't know. We cannot know. And this one, instead, I think it's more for me the spiritual side of love, the personal growth, the transformative power that love has, and the thing that when you are connected with another person, you create an entity. You create a third entity, and I think this is the third entity that you create with the person. For someone this is divine, but it is divine. The third entity that you create with this person, it is divine. When you truly connect with someone, physically, energetically, mentally, you see God. You see whatever you want to call it, the power of the universe. You create this new entity, and it's that, and this entity is like powerful. It's more powerful than you, and it's an entity that you can access only when you are with this person. And I think that's why it's so hard ending a relationship, or letting someone go, or when someone, you know, goes to the stars, let's say that. It's because you lose this entity. You know, this entity goes away, and what a loss. How big is that? How powerful? It goes away, and a part of you that was in this entity goes away too. And there is a lot of loss when you lose someone, but there is also a lot to gain, because you have new things, new stories. You have a new part of you that is showing, that is coming up, that it's different, that it's healed maybe, or more powerful, or you know, more vulnerable. And I think that's enough. I've said enough about love, and this time I try to not read too much, because, you know, I wanted to be more spontaneous than the video I made about I think it was the Hierophant, the video before this one. And yeah, I wanted to be a little bit more spontaneous. And yeah, it is hard. It is hard making videos, but I'm learning. So if you, I mean, it's not hard, it's fun, but you know, English is it's not my first language, so I have to double focus. So if you liked my video, comment, So tell me about love. Tell me about what is love for you. What is the meaning of love for you? Are you in love? Did you lose love? What's happening in your life? And comment, subscribe, like, do everything you can to support me so I can keep making these weird videos. And yeah, that's it. Bye.